Hello guys! Today we speak about sanitization and botulism, how to preserve meat and so on. Many people of you asked me this video, so today we speak about this. Yesterday afternoon I take 10 liters of water, I put 1 tablespoon of bleach, I put my bottles. This is when you have a new bottle to wash it. So now I remove it, thermospace, and I take my book, my notebook with all the information, and we speak about what to do. Okay, I take my notebook, already move everything because I done the video in Italian language. That will be very long because in Italian language I can speak a lot. So, speaking about our bottles, very easy. You clean the bottle because this one is bottle that you find around from your friends, from a restaurant, so you want clean very well. You clean, you remove the paper. Please remove the paper because when I see the paper from other beer, I get crazy. Remove the paper, wash very well. You put like this. When they are dry, you take aluminum paper, you close like this, you put in the oven, you on the oven. When the oven reach the 150 Celsius degree, you off the oven, you wait that the bottom become cold inside the oven, and your bottle are perfect to put the wine or the beer. Usually it's better, always better, the glass bottles plus the green or the brown one, especially for the beer, because the light sometimes can give some problem. But if you cannot find the green or the brown wine and you find only the transparent, it's important that after you store in a dark place. Usually I always use transparent things because I want to show you in the video what's happened inside the fermenter, inside the bottles. Okay, another thing. So first of all, I forgot, I want to do outing. So I am not a brewer, I am not a wine maker, I am not the one that make cheese maker, I don't know how to say in English, on the one that makes salami. I am a normal man like you that I like to do the things at home, homemade. So if you want to do beer, wine, salami, remember that you cannot have at home the same level on the people that do this like a job, because we do maybe 10 salami, they do 10,000 salami maybe a month. They have the instrument, they have the experience, maybe they are already 40 years that they do salami, so they are another level. But the goal of my tutorial is to have a hobby, something to relax. So if you are already anxious when you work and after you need to do the beer or some other thing, the sun-dried tomatoes, so you have the anxiety to get sick, don't worry, be relaxed. The goal is to do something good and also something that give you satisfaction, is not to replace or copy exactly something, because also we have not the instrument and the capacity. I do always this example. If you go in Dublin and you drink the Guinness beer, have one taste, spectacular by the way. If you buy it like in Italy or in another country, the taste is completely different. They also say the can with a plastic ball inside to pretend that when you put the beer in your glass is like when you pour like the professional one. Okay, I don't want to say nothing, but the point of this talk is that you cannot do the same. So if you want to do a kind of beer at home, you can go close to that style, but you cannot do the perfect beer like you think in your mind. Will be good, but will be not exactly the same. Coming back to the sanitization, for the normal things, you can use the bleach, and after you need to wash very well. You can use the vinegar. This is distilled vinegar, distilled vinegar, 5%. The problem again is the smell. So when we drink the wine or the beer, we don't want to smell the vinegar. So it's okay to use it, but it's not perfect. The important thing is always to keep everything very clean. One thing very spectacular is the hydrogen peroxide solution. So it's a water with a lot of oxygen. What's happened when you pour, for example, you can now every time remove this. So you can use a little bit of this water all around the inside, because this one after 5 minutes become plain water because the oxygen fly away. So you can put everything inside without drinking nothing toxic. And also now the big company are using this. They use another kind because they do a lot of quantity. But for us, the normal one that you find in the pharmacy will be perfect. And also we have the Star Sun. That is a product that you can buy online or something similar. I explained this in the video that I have done with the brewer, a real one in Berlin. Nobody watched the video. I don't know why. When I do the video, that I am not a professional, you watch it. I do that video with a professional one and you don't watch it. But I will put the link in this video, don't worry. And also he said that you can wash the things in the washing machine. The wash dish will be everything perfect and very clean. Now, also I want to say that you doing the things at home, you will never have the same things every time, because every time will be something different, so the result also will be different, very similar but not perfect. I don't know, depend how old you are, but in Italy we always have done the wine, and years ago everybody do the wine at home, but because nobody have the vine, we buy the grapes, plus the grapes every year are different because depend on the season, from the weather, the sun, the rain. And also this is why sometimes say, that year the wine was spectacular. So I will, you see in the movie, they go to the restaurant, can I have that wine from 1978 because it was good year for the wine. Now it's very difficult that you can do this, because what they do, they buy the grapes from one company, from one farm, and the grape from the other farm, they check the sugar, they mix the grapes, and they have always the same wine. This is why when you buy a wine, you already know the taste of the wine. But this is correct, because when you buy a bottle of wine, you want to know that that wine has the taste. But when you do it at home, it's completely different. So let's go ahead. This video will be very, very long, sorry. So one important thing is that everything should be clean. So if you have a container like this, it's very easy, because you can open, you can work inside, you can wash it and so on, you can dry it, perfect. Plus, I always, like I say, use a transparent things to show you, but if you buy the paint for the wall, usually is in a container that is for food, because the paint for the wall, the one made with water, is like a food. So if you don't keep close and very well, you can spoil it. So the container is for food. You can take the container from the paint. Naturally, you need to wash and clean very well, and you can make a hole and put this, and also the hole on the lid and put the airlock. One important thing when you need to clean your instrument, your tools, is this one. If you come close, I'll show you that if you don't clean very well this one, inside it's dirty. Yeah. Okay, every time that I work with my tools, after I wash them very well, but inside always remains something. I don't know if you noticed, because with the light from the window there is some black piece, and also I can smell the smell from the mango wine. Probably I use this one from the mango wine. So you can wash it very well after you clean very well from the soap under the water. You put in a glass, and after you can add the hydrogen peroxide solution, the water with a lot of oxygen. You wait 5 minutes and you can use this one very well. Also like this one that I don't use anymore, because the plastic part, I forgot the name, I will write it, start to be melt. So every time some pieces fall in the wine, in the beer, so I don't use anymore. I show you only to show that inside could be dirty, but it's important that you find something like this that you can open it. It's very easy to clean. Okay, this is when you make the wine or the beer. This is the most important things. I want to remember you this, the airlock. Some people also put some solution inside, some sanitizer or things like this, but the problem, if something happens and the liquid fall in your beer after you drink chemical things. If you use the liquor, no problem. You can put gin, rum. If something happens and fall in the beer, you have a little bit of alcohol more in your beer, so no problem. Okay, now I will remove all these things and we can speak about botulism. See you later for the botulism. Okay, now we speak about botulinum. Sorry for my pronunciation, I write here the name. Many of you ask me if I do the pickles, if I do the sun-dried tomato in olive oil, the aubergine, the mushroom, can I get the botulism? Yes, but I never get it. So if you follow some steps, it's okay. If you are not careful, like everything, you can get some disease, but it's very difficult. Okay, now to understand the level of the problem, I read you some statistics. The statistics are from Italy, naturally. For me it's more easy, but you can Google in your country how many people get this disease. Usually in 1 year 20 people get the sickness. On 20 people, 5 are from product from the factory, from the industry. So only 15 is from the things homemade. To give you an idea, in 33 years, from 1986 to 2019, in Italy, 501 persons get this disease. So in 33 years, 500 people. So like we say, is 20 people per year. Plus, if I ask you how many people did you know that get this disease, probably you don't know anybody. I met only one guy that in 1996 in Italy, he gets sick from mascarpone cheese, but no mascarpone cheese homemade, the one that he bought in the supermarket. So maybe if you do the mascarpone cheese at home, you are more safe. Here I put the link for the mascarpone cheese. To make a comparison, I can tell you how many people died on the road for car accident in 2018, naturally in Italy. So in 2018, 3,334 people died for car incident in 1 year. But for the botulism, only 20 people, so up to you. So when you drive and you stay careful and you have no problem of car incident, but it's more dangerous to drive the car than to do these things at home. After, up to you. So how we can avoid this problem? If we use something that drop the pH to 4.5, you have no problem, no infection. So this is why for the pickles we use half water and half vinegar. In this way there is no problem because the pH is very low. This is why many people ask me why you dry the sun-dried tomatoes and after you boil with water and vinegar to preserve them. In this way nobody gets sick. And also when you do the aubergine, you put in the vinegar and after you squeeze the vinegar away, but they little bit stay the sour inside, the vinegar inside, so no problem. Another technique is the salt. So if you put something with the salt in the water to preserve, you have no problem. The important that minimum with 1 liter of water you use 150 grams of salt. This is the minimum. With the salt and with the vinegar you have no problem. So the sun-dried tomato you dry with the salt, you boil in the vinegar and water, so no problem. Okay, this is about the things that you make it here. Now we can speak about when you dry meat or you make the homemade salami. Okay, let's speak about the salt. The salt is something that preserves the food. It's known from the time of the Bible, we can say, because already Jesus also made this illustration when he speaks about the salt that can preserve the things. In our modern time, they use pink salt. Some people ask me why I don't use it. I don't use it because before nobody won't use it. If you use sea salt, the big one usually, the raw one without some other things inside like iodium or things like this, you have no problem. Some people say that the pink salt is good, some people say that it's dangerous, so just in case I use sea salt, like the Romans, like the time of Babylon and so on. Now in the company they can use 2.5% of salt. At home it's better if you use 3.5–4% of salt. If it's a little bit salty, you can drink half glass of beer, homemade beer, more half glass of wine or a big glass of water, and you have no problem. Plus, because we store the meat in the fridge or in the basement, the important that is 15 Celsius degree, always under 15 Celsius degree, so if you keep 10 Celsius degree, it's perfect, you have no problem. But always you should be careful with the meat, the quality, how you manage all on. Also with the fish usually is more dangerous. So from the smell and from the color you can check if the meat or the fish have some problem, because usually the fat become sour, start to smell, and also the color become, instead of be white, will be yellow. I think that we can conclude the video like this. So when you do something at home, the important that you are clean more than you can, and you are careful, and you will be safe, you will stay safe, you have no problem. Remember that the beer was already done in Babylon, so 5,000 years ago, is mentioned in the Bible, like 4,000 years ago, and the same things with the wine. It's sure that if you make the fermentation at 30 Celsius degree, the beer and the wine will be not perfect. This is why in many countries that is hot, the weather is too hot, they put some spices to cover this sometimes little bit of smell or little bit of sourness to have a good wine. But if you follow the step, don't worry, you will stay safe, you will enjoy make the things at home, and you will be happy. So guys, now I say you hello. Remember to subscribe to the channel, to share these videos with your friends, this video, to leave me a like it, and most important thing, to leave your comment below. Not only for me, but for all of you. Because if we help each other through the comment, through our experience, we can get a better product and a lot of satisfaction. Bye bye!